Hey, everyone. Let's see. Hope you guys are all having a good day so far. Happy Taco Tuesday. There are tacos on the menu all around today. We're going to do some lettuce wraps today. I'm trying to be healthy. How's everyone doing? Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys see me okay? Give me a shout out in the room. Let me know I'm not alone here, please. My name is Lisa, for those of you who don't know me. Hey, Bob. Hey, guys. Hey, Robert. Today is a little bit exciting. It's all about the features of PhotoDay, what we've been adding, what we've been up to. So gonna go over all that stuff. Thanks, Rainer. Thanks, B. Barbecue. That's not Taco Tuesday. So, hey, Catherine. Hey, Patty. Hey. It's been a little crazy here. I got 3 weeks left of distance learning with Carly and Caitlin, my 8 and 10-year-old little girls. If you are PhotoDay users and you've been getting that feedback in the cart with that little girl in the pink dress, that's my oldest, but she was only 7, I think, in that picture. So she is 10 now. It's been a little challenging with the distance learning. It's and have to work and all this stuff with everything going on. So hey, Justin, welcome. Haven't seen you. Hey, Lee, Dan. Oh, thanks you guys for saying hi. So yeah, today I'll just dive right in, but it's all about what's new with PhotoDay, what we've been working on. If you haven't used it in a while, if you missed all of our product updates, hopefully you're getting that weekly newsletter we're sending out to you that gives a rough overview of everything we're working on and releasing and what's going on in the PhotoDay world. I know if you contribute in the Facebook users group, you do, sometimes we capture your posts and put it in that newsletter. That goes out to only our PhotoDay users. So you guys are all in one little area. So today is Taco Tuesday. So happy Taco Tuesday to everyone. Everyone knows I love tacos. Hopefully, if you didn't know that, now you do. And we're just going to get to it, guys. If you're ready, let's just dive right in. So what do we got first? So I thought about opening this up with a timeline just to kind of show you and welcome anyone that's new to PhotoDay, what we've accomplished here at PhotoDay and what's important to us. Yeah, exactly, Robert. She is such a joy to have in class. So especially when they're together. I don't even know how teachers do it. So so basically this shows you a timeline of what we've accomplished here so far at PhotoDay and how we bring things and make these ideas reality. So, we had this idea for PhotoDay back in January 26th of 2017, and you can see we dove right in the research. And that June, 6 months later, was our first code commit. We started building it. That a few months later, we were able to release a teaser video to kind of show the world what we've been working on at PhotoDay. We made an official announcement that January at Imaging USA out in Nashville with a lot of lab owners and industry leaders. We called them to a little private announcement, and that was really fun and exciting and scary all at the same time. And then we attended our first trade show 2 weeks after that out at SPAC, which was really exciting. We love the crew out at SPAC. They are amazing, and their purpose is obviously amazing. It's all, if you guys have never been to a SPAC conference, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a great place to go, especially as a volume photographer. And then we launched live with Reedy Photo that March of 2018. And a few weeks later, our very first PhotoDay order was received. And then we decided to launch, and more orders came, and we decided to launch to everyone June 11th, 2018 out at Sync Sports, which is another great event, and it's coming up next week. Totally online conference with virtual trade show. Darty and Michelle are always doing neat, great creative things for their community. So if you guys haven't heard about Sync Sports, I definitely recommend checking that out because it is fully online this year. And then obviously we went to launch live with GPA and White House a couple months later. Then, according to feedback and, with volume photographers wanting to go online, it was really important to have some kind of prepay aspect at PhotoDay. So we came up with what we call advanced pay and implemented that feature, turned it on. So it gave studios the opportunity not just to proof online, but to sell prior to picture day and not cap your sales. So advanced pay is PhotoDay's answer to prepay for anyone new to PhotoDay, but it does not commit them to a package purchase prior to seeing their images, because we want them, of course, to spend and purchase all the images that they see that you present in the galleries. We released PhotoDay Android app shortly then after, and then launched live with Miller's. And this is the last bit of the catch up. This is kind of like our recap before we get into what we've been doing. In May of 2019, we did release a brand new customer experience. The shopping cart was improved based on what we saw where customers were struggling at checkout, and we wanted to improve and make that a seamless experience from start to finish. First of all, so you guys have less support and we have less support, but secondly, because we want them to be able to order their photos as easy as possible and as quickly as possible to get to checkout. We then launched live with both Black River and imaging. And then this past October, we launched PhotoDay 2.0. So if you checked out PhotoDay in the very beginning and haven't been back, like this timeline, I really just wanted to go through and show you how quickly we're able to adapt, listen to your feedback, and add those features. February of this year, we launched Live Preview, which is currently live with Reedy Photo if they're your lab. And we're working on it for all of our other partner labs as well. And we'll be implementing those as we go along here. So let's get into some new features today. They're going to divide it up in sections here. We're going to start out with the studio portion, your studio panel, and what we've added there in the last few months. So in case you weren't aware or weren't reading the newsletters, hopefully this will raise some awareness if there's features that you've been looking for. So yeah, Lee, SPAC is the best, and there's so many opportunities created there. I still owe I personally think the reason this, I even got to this point here in my career is because of SPAC and the people that I met there and the encouragement that I received. And I was brand new there. I didn't know anybody when I went for the first time. So, and now I love them. They're like family to me. So it's a great conference, guys. So studio here, let's see. First, we added tags, the ability to drag and drop your tags and the images into the tags. Before, it was more of a manual click and then tag the image, type it in, save it, and then it would actually tag it. Now you can simply just drag and drop them over. So if you didn't know that, there's a lot of flexibility there. With the tagging, this also works in private galleries. You can just drag and drop the images into each student's name and the data on the side. So it works the same in private galleries that it does in the group and public galleries. Oh, excuse me, I'm going to talk a lot and run out. I just drank a bunch of water before this started. So this is brand new, the publish later. This is by user demand, guys. You guys asked for this. A lot of you are up working late night, post-processing, getting your galleries ready, and didn't need to publish at 1 a.m., but maybe wanted to publish first thing in the morning while you slept in a little bit to see those sales start rolling in. So the publish later feature, that is for you guys, that is demanded by you guys. It's something that we built for you according to feedback, and it also takes into account the time zone now on the jobs for the auto SMS series that is deployed once you publish later or publish now. So either one, we're taking into account to that time zone for you guys for the text messaging campaigns that go out, as well as giving you the ability to go ahead and publish down the road so you can pull those late nights and not worry about it the next morning, kind of like a set it and forget it thing. So we're always looking out for you guys there. In Insights, this is interesting. This was something that was requested as well. You guys wanted to see who was actually opting out of the campaign. So if you're new to PhotoDay, we get a lot of text opt-ins. We display that here in the Insights panel, where you can see how many people have opted into your gallery. Now, the opt-outs is how many people text stop to opt out on those campaigns. Say they didn't want to buy pictures, they don't like their pictures for whatever reason, they don't want you to text them anymore, they text stop to opt out. So now you can see that in your Insights panel in your jobs. That was a concern a lot of studios had, especially with being new to text marketing. They wanted to see, who was opting out, as well as the opt-in. So it's something we added new within the last few months. If you didn't know it was there, now you do. Disable digital downloads. This is a big one. This was one of the biggest requested features we had for a really long time that is now there in your studio panel. So you're able to block, let's say, team images or special composited images from being purchased as a download simply by highlighting or selecting those images and just clicking on that little red icon at the top that looks like a cloud, and then just going down the disable downloads. And then those people will not be able to purchase those images as a download. So that's a feature that we added. Of course, that was brought up by you guys, our users. So thank you for that. It's a very appreciated feature there. This is brand new, and I think it's 2 weeks old, maybe. If Rainer's watching, he can tell me, but this is brand new. You have the ability now when you're setting up the job to add a logo, and I'll show you a little bit where that goes in the future, but we have big plans for this. This is just the initial phase. So now you can add a logo. It's gonna be I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a PNG, so it has that transparent background. Karina, correct me if I'm wrong here. But it does, you upload your logo here, and then that will appear now instantly in the customer gallery. And I'll show you what that looks like here soon. But we have other plans for this as well. So make sure you're uploading and adding those logos when you set up a job for even more of a branded, customized experience for your customers. Now, we made some upgrades to matching. So if you've never used the PhotoDay private galleries or never had a job set up under private galleries, this is where matching is currently. So we made a lot of upgrades to matching. It was a very sophisticated modal in our software. Oh, thanks, Rainer, for clarifying that. So, and Robert, you can go back and set up that logo at any time in the job. You can go back and add it, and then it'll appear in the gallery. So everything at PhotoDay is web-based and instant, so you're able to change things and add things on the fly. Okay, so for upgrades for matching here, it's a lot easier now to find those unmatched faces and try to find a similar face to match them up. This is when everything doesn't get matched appropriately in using PhotoDay as capture with PhotoDay private galleries. Also, what I like to use it for is making sure in my group photos that all faces in that group photo have been matched to some kind of data. So it's a really quick visual reference to double check yourself to make sure everyone has a group photo in their access code, as well as all those faces have been matched. So that's really, really great. So, oh yeah, thanks, Rainer. Thanks for filling that in for everybody. Featured photos. So we made a couple enhancements here. So with the private galleries, again, you can feature a photo, and those feature photos are mainly for the exports, whether it's for yearbook exports or the just standard CSV exports. You're going to build some kind of service item export for ID cards or something like that. It's that main image. So we've added some new capabilities here under the featured photos. You can now pick if it's the first or the last image for your featured photo, and actually, you can scroll through all the featured photos and quickly star them to make sure. So you don't have to go into each record anymore and highlight that featured photo. Now there's one big featured photo list, and then you can just click on the right ones that you want featured for that export, which is really, really cool. And it makes it super fast compared to the way it was before. So we're always, and of course, this is improved all based on your feedback. From when we originally released it, we're constantly improving and adding these new features for you guys. Along with that, this is brand new if you haven't checked it out yet. And everything I'm showing you guys right now is live right now. So the auto crop, it's kind of like that. It's a face crop or head sizing, whatever you want to call it. That is now live in PhotoDay private galleries. So what that does is it takes your featured photo and it uses some really fancy AI to make sure all the faces are the same size for your exports. So that's for like your yearbooks, your service items for ID cards when you're trying to get up closer on their face. It's a free tool right within PhotoDay's private galleries where you're able to set it up, name your profile, and apply it. So when you export it, everything is cropped accordingly. So this was a demanded feature from PhotoDay. It is now added. I am happy to tell you guys that. So if you haven't played with it or checked it out yet, I highly recommend it because it's a pretty cool tool to get all those faces the same size when you're building those programs or memory books and things like that. If I'm going too fast, or if you guys want to holler out and let me know like how I'm doing as I go along here, just feel free to shout it out in the room. So, but thanks. All right. Now we're getting to exports. So we have the different exports that we've added in the private galleries. So yeah, Pete, exactly. Awesome. I'm glad you like it. So the exports in the private galleries, we have 3 different exports. So that's, we give you the ability to export your data so you can do the things that you need to do with your images and your data files. And of course, exports are totally free with PhotoDay. So if you're using Capture and private galleries to manage all your images and data, you don't have to worry about head sizing anymore. And as well as you can export all you like. So the CSV file export, if you don't know what that is, that's just a comma separated value file. That's just going to break down all the data that you've collected either in advance or during picture day for that subject and the featured image. I don't think this one doesn't have the featured image. That's the service items file. But this one has the access code that's been created individually. So you could use that CSV file if you wanted to create some kind of a mail merge to send out to everyone, or maybe if you wanted to create your own little custom cards or flyers. We also have those abilities in PhotoDay as well in the marketing kit to get everyone their personal access codes. Now the service item file is going to have, it's going to email you back a zipped, a link to download a zipped file with all of that data with the featured photo image. That has been auto cropped if you turned it on, along with those files that are cropped. So you can then use those to import into whatever lab software you have, or maybe your own proprietary software that you're using to build out ID cards or programs and things like that. Rashad's asking, will face match work well with graduates with hats on? Yes, FaceFind, how it actually works in PhotoDay is it looks at the facial feature. So it's not looking at the background, it's not looking at hats or glasses or anything like that. It looks through that and it just looks at the face. And as long as there's enough area of the face for it to be confident to match it, it's going to be confident and it'll do just fine. So you just want to make sure, I mean, if the hat's pulled down completely over their eyes, then FaceFind doesn't have a lot of detail there because you just took the eyes away and there's a lot of data points there. So that's how that works. Now, for the PSPA yearbook file export, that's a typical common yearbook format. We do not have other formats yet. We are working on adding those as things go on into the fall season, but the PSPA yearbook file export has everything sized accordingly, named accordingly for that format. So you can give it right to the school so they can import it into their yearbook software to build yearbooks or whatever yearbook software you're using. So that's all formatted for you, and you can grab those exports at any time in your studio panel. So prioritizing products. This is a brand new feature. I think we just released it this week. Or yeah, this week, right? This is a new feature. So now this is another one requested by our awesome users. You wanted to be able to drag and drop and put your products where you wanted to go and order them, your products and your packages. Now you can do that in PhotoDay, so they don't have to appear in just a random order. You can make them appear in whatever order you'd like. And if you didn't know, you can also feature up to 5 products, and that kind of works like Amazon's suggested products where they appear first. You can also feature up to 5 products just by simply clicking the star next to each product, and they appear under the featured products. And then there's still, of course, the suggested products, and that is actually based on some big data that we get from those labs and what customers are ordering the most. And those popular products will appear There's 5 of those as well, and they will appear based on that data. So we're constantly putting in front of your customers what they should care most about. So they're not have to weed through a whole bunch of stuff to get what they really want. So we are using some of that data to help you sell and make your cart super intelligent. So now we're going to go to what we've improved for the customer. So live preview, as mentioned previously, was a big thing. We had to request multiple times that people just wanted to see the completed memory mates in the cart. They couldn't envision what it would look like. So now live preview is live. Like I said, with Reedy Photo First, we're working on it for the other lab partners as well as we go along here. But when your customer is building out their memory mates, they will see it with the text, with the images, how they cropped it, all in that before they confirm it, and it goes to the cart. So it walks them through that story as they're building their memory mates, so they're going to see exactly what they're going to get back. And that makes it really amazing. So that was kind of a precursor we had to have finished before a new exciting feature that's coming, which will go in at the end of this webinar. So all the new stuff. We'll go on some new stuff. So awesome. Thanks, Dan. So here we go. This was also a big one. Now this actually worked in the app, but it didn't work in the mobile or desktop web for a little bit. So customers can now place one order for multiple access code in a private gallery. So if you're photographing a school and a mom has like 3 different kids, 3 different access codes, once she adds those all to her PhotoDay gallery to view, she can shop and add those within the same cart and check out together. So she only has to pay shipping one time versus per child. So that did already exist. It already existed in the app. So now it's new to the mobile and desktop web now. So in case you've ever run into that situation, and I know a couple of you watching right now have, but now that has been a new feature that's been added so they can check out a lot easier and more convenient. This is where those logos go right now. The job logos go right there into the galleries. So when your customer is loaded up with multiple galleries, it just gives them that, sense of branding for what they're looking for, and it appears in the little gallery feature. Oh, Pete, that is a big question. When will advance pay credits be transferable? So what Pete's asking is when somebody purchases an advance pay credit in one gallery, when will they be able to apply that in other galleries? Say if they had leftover credits from one gallery and they want to use it on other stuff in other galleries, that is something that we're looking at and researching, because that is a very much requested feature that we want to eventually make happen for you guys. There's a whole kind of fun stuff we can do once that happens. So it's definitely something. So I didn't want to say too much that we were actually working on it, Rainer. So at least you said it and not me. So sometimes I'm not allowed to spoil all the fun, guys. Sorry, I'm allowed to do this right now. So, all right, let's go into what we've done with the PhotoDay app. These are the customer gallery apps. So this was also requested by you guys, the ability to purchase multiple advance pay quantities. So it used to be like one, and then they would check out, and then they'd have to buy another. I'm not good at keeping secrets. If you guys get me on the phone or in the bubble or messenger, you can probably beat me up enough to get secrets out of me. So, and you'll only know that if you're watching this webinar, because I just admitted it. So the ability to purchase multiple advanced paid quantities, that's like really cool for like a use case, like let's just say dance, when you're asking them to purchase like $10 per costume. Now they can add multiple credits to the cart to accomplish just that. So you know that they're buying those multiple credits, and then you can go ahead and export that report from your insights panel. But this is a new feature as well. So we're going to jump into the Capture app. And for those of you who are new that don't know what Capture is all about, PhotoDay Capture was like our answer to taking away QR codes and barcodes and writing down image numbers to create these private galleries that are just so hard to manage, and the data, oh my gosh. So I've been everywhere with you guys using that, so I totally understand the pain. So with Capture, we wanted to come out with something completely different and definitely hands-free. And Capture allows you to use a face instead of a barcode or a QR code. The reason why that's so cool, not just because you're using fancy face find technology, but the other reason why I think that's really cool is because now you don't, with QR codes and barcodes and hand doing it, you have to worry about the group photos or sibling photos still, right? You have to rescan them to group them all together. But with Capture and by using the face, you don't have to do that. It's like a one and done. So if they're in group photos or sibling photos or anything like that, and you have that one reference photo, it automatically puts that same file where it sees all those faces. So you don't have to worry about those. So you're free to just like do as many like sibling poses, buddy shots, group shots as you want, because it's not going to take you any time at all to match it up in the private galleries. So what we did, we added this by popular demand, is the ability to toggle on for a front-facing camera. Some studios wanted to have hand somebody their device and have them capture their own reference photo within the PhotoDay Capture app. So that's what this does. Now they can do it front facing instead of having to turn it around. And if they're doing their own selfie shots for the reference photos, now you have that ability to do this. Glad you liked it. Capture is amazing. The first time you use it and you watch it match all those files, you're just like, what just happened? That is magical. So it's actually really fun to use. You can also now, this is new, you can start your job without having any dummy data imported. So if you don't have data in advance and you really want to password protect these galleries, you can do it on site by adding those fields on site and then go ahead and entering them. So once you do it for one person, it'll be there for all the other records. So if you just want to collect first name, last name, and email address, you can do that too. Dan, you're right. Nobody's handing anyone their phone. You're definitely right about that. However, going back to that, there has been like a iPad station. I've seen a couple studios do it where they just have like the iPad set up on a stand and you just stand in a spot and they take their own, it's like a selfie booth, I guess. So, but yeah, but you don't have to do it that way anymore, especially in today's environment. That's not cool right now. So, and you're right, Dave, that Capture makes it completely contactless. Zero paperwork for not just your customer, but your staff to handle or whoever's helping you. You can all kind of stay apart. So, Zoom, can you make Zoom available? That's really good in Capture. Yeah, Pete, I got your text yesterday about that. You saying they were kind of standing a little far away. And you had to you wanted to zoom in and get their faces a little closer. And you're looking, Rainer's watching right now for all this feedback. Woo! So, thanks, Rainer. So we're going to talk about compliance now. I know this is probably the most interesting and fun thing of this webinar, compliance, right? We did update our terms of use back in the fall to be compliant with all new data protection laws and things like that. So that is all updated for not just you, but for your customer, as well as the privacy and copyright policies. Everything's updated. We work really hard on this stuff to make sure to keep you safe and your customers safe. So what is next on our horizon here? So what do we got next? So we have been working on PhotoDay Academy. For those of you guys haven't seen it yet, PhotoDay Academy, you know, in the beginning, we're like, made all these resources because we're like, all right, we got to teach everyone how to use PhotoDay, like how to set up a job, how to make a price sheet, all this stuff. But as we go, here we go. But as we go along, we noticed that way more studios needed help with kind of wrapping their heads around an online sales and marketing strategy and what matters, as well as help creating the best images you can possibly create with what you have, what equipment you might need, or what you want to upgrade and all that stuff to get what you need to sell online, which is images and that solid sales and marketing strategy. So PhotoDay Academy was our answer to that. We wanted to provide you with all of the educational resources we possibly could. And Jay Boatwright became our Director of Education probably about a month ago now. And he, for those of you guys who don't know him, he is an excellent team and individual, traditional, not green screen studio, and his talent is amazing. The way he lights and poses and the details that he looks at is amazing. And his AOV, when he went from traditional paper order forms to this new online method, just kind of, I mean, it doubled in some cases. It doubled in some cases. And it's amazing because now his customers were able to see those amazing images, and it increased their value significantly. And that really showed. So we were really excited that Jay was willing to join our team and present his tips and tricks and education to you guys to help you be better at everything, whether it's photography, whether it's sales and marketing. You know, we're all about community and we're all about education here because we know this is new, and now more than ever with this whole pandemic we've got going on, we've got to be really good at what we do so we can stay in front of our customers and keep that value and worth in professional photography. So now it's more important than ever. At least that's what I believe, and I'm really passionate about it because I get 2 little girls and I love my pro photos. So I don't ever want it to go away. But yeah, so that's definitely what our purpose is behind PhotoDay Academy. And Rainer just posted, if you guys ever want to see anything in particular you want us to bring to the lesson plans and curriculum in PhotoDay Academy, feel free to shout it out at us at any time. We also have our wonderful trailblazers, people that have been with us from the beginning using PhotoDay in all different ways and applying it in their business, and they're a big part of our team and helping us grow and bringing these features to life for all of you guys. And we started a Trailblazer Talk series where they're sharing tidbits and little pieces of how they're using PhotoDay and what they're successful with and what they're working on right now. And then, of course, we have on Fridays now, we have in our PhotoDay Facebook users group, the PhotoDay Weekly, which is where we just summarize and recap the week and bring a special guest on. And that's, you know, to help our community grow and so we can stay in touch and close with all you guys. So what we're also working on right now, 2 big things, guys, if you already haven't read my screen, which you probably have. Bulk shipping. Bulk shipping has been requested for a while. And you know, at PhotoDay, well, we're all about getting the packages right into the hands of the parents directly. It's a one-to-one experience. However, the demand for bulk shipping has been so high with the PhotoDay system that we decided, okay, hey, we're listening. We have got to add it. So we are adding that, and that's very, very close to being done here shortly. And it will launch with Miller's Lab first. Miller's is a great team. They've been working with us to get this feature added for you guys, working with us together, and it's really great, and we're excited to bring that to you. So you're able to ship the entire order by a deadline date that you set to your studio or to the final destination, and then anyone that orders after that will just pay shipping, and the order will ship directly to them as usual. Custom themes. Custom themes is a big one. You guys have been requesting this since day one, but a lot of things had to go into PhotoDay to make this happen first. And so studio produced custom, oh yeah. So Robert, you're asking about custom products. So custom themes are different than custom products. So custom themes will allow you to change the design of the memory mate or the design of a magnet. So you can brand it more for either the league or the school colors or whatever you're doing to make your own custom themes in those products. So we're working on launching that. That will be live with White House Custom Color first, and then we'll launch it for all the other labs. Now, all of these great features will be available to all lab partners eventually, but we roll this out in phases. It really helps us understand the use cases and fine-tune these big new features to get them the way you guys want them to function exactly. So that's why we're releasing them in stages, but it really helps. We have a tip of the week. We post that in our users group as well. It's available in your Academy section of your studio panel every time you log in to see Jade's tip of the week, which he's constantly sharing amazing, interesting stuff. And I can't wait till next week because it really did pique my interest because it has to do a little bit with marketing, and I love that. And then, of course, I already talked about PhotoDay Academy. So those are all the things that we have coming. But more than ever, guys, we love your feedback. We appreciate your feedback. Dan, target dates are, the custom themes and bulk shipping are very, very close. And I personally cannot give dates, but if Rainer wanted to shout out a target date, that would be awesome. Michelle, that's a really great question about Richmond. Hopefully this coming Monday or next Monday. So we're just waiting for the green light. We're all set to go. All I got to do is press that button. But Richmond is very, very soon. And thank you, Rainer, for letting Dan know the target dates. Let's see what else we got here. Dave, plus 12 on studio produced products. Yeah. So self-fulfillment items are items that you want to add to sell through PhotoDay that don't exist with a lab partner. We're listening loud and clear. We get that feedback a lot. I will certainly add you guys as well. Oh, going into QA with bulk shortly. Once it hits QA, guys, it's not that far from hitting the live button. So that's going to be back before we know it, before a lot of these states opening back up and studios are able to go in and execute a school picture day. So that'll be available for them if they choose. Awesome. I'll make sure that I got all these other questions in here. So we got custom products, not just custom themes. All right, so let's talk about some upcoming webinars we got coming up here shortly. So the week after next. So next week is Sync Sports, May 18th, 19th, and 20th. That is going to be a really good online conference. So after that is May 21st. We will be doing the Operating in a Post-COVID World with Ed Monahan. For those of you guys who don't know Ed Monahan, he's one of my mentors in this industry, probably one of the smartest people I've ever met, especially when it comes to market research and consumer behavior in the photographic and imaging industry. So he's got a lot of valuable insight as what's coming, what we should be prepared for. So I'm really excited for that webinar, as well as, and that's part of our resilience series. This is bouncing back to a new picture day. How do we start again? How do we open again? So Open Studio with Jay Boatwright, that is on May 28th, and that is all about his open studio. He brought Picture Day to his studio. Georgia has reopened, for those of you guys who don't know, and he was able to schedule some sessions, and he will talk all about his results from that. That just took place on May the 4th. So would it be great to have a support library for design concepts and price sheet? That's a good idea, Pete. I really like that feedback. Thank you for that. But part of this resilience series, we did one yesterday with the Front Steps project, where Ed and Kathleen Martin shared how they've been operating their Front Steps project, what it means to their business, and what it means to their local community. And I think all of these types of webinars and education and sharing are very important for all of us, because we've got to figure out together, how do we come back as an industry, and how do we get back to business, whatever this new business or way of conducting business looks like for us, safely. And so we're all for that. We're all for sharing. We're right here with you guys. If you're not out there photographing, we're not processing orders, and keep that ability to keep building all these fun features. So we're right there with you guys every step of the way. So we're trying to help in any way that we possibly can. So this series is part of that. And I really thank Jay and Ed and everyone, and Kathleen and Ed, as far as coming on and be so willing to help and share, because we all believe in the same cause, like to get back to work, and how do we get back to our picture days. And I think this is going to be a really great series. So hopefully you guys we'll check that out. And if you missed yesterday, you can always get it in your studio panel under Academy. It's going to be there. I don't know, it might be there already, but you'll be able to check that out right in your studio panel. So I will put this here for if you are brand new and you liked all the features and you want to check out PhotoDay and see what it's all about and you haven't signed up yet, I'm just going to go ahead and publish the sign up link for you guys. That'll open in a separate window. So you can sign up. It's totally free to sign up. If you've never used PhotoDay before, you can just set it up, get in there, start playing around with the features, upload jobs. I mean, even if you're new to PhotoDay and you've never or even if you're not new to PhotoDay and you've used group galleries and public galleries, but you've never used private galleries, I encourage you guys to take this time now and learn and really check the magic of the Capture app out and how you can implement that going forward to protect galleries and still have that touchless picture day. So all that stuff we're constantly thinking about. And again, thank you guys for all of your feedback. It definitely helps us as a company understand what is important to build for our studios. So I do thank you guys for that. Thank you guys for listening to me going over all these new features. And if you have any questions, or if you just want to chat and shout out me privately, I am going to put my email address here in the chat, lisa@photoday.io. You can go ahead and reach out to me if you have some ideas or just want to set up a chat. We can do that as well. And I hope you all stay safe and healthy. And hopefully you'll be using your cameras soon enough. Oh yeah, Rainer had a great thing too. If you're not already in the Facebook users group, go ahead and join that group because that's another great way. I'm going to post a link here too, but it's the PhotoDay users group. It's another great way to get right in and post for feedback or features. So you guys, thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something new today all about PhotoDay, and I look forward to chatting with you next time. Bye.